Hello, students. Welcome back to CAD 140. Today, we're going to learn how to use Inventor to create ductwork. That is not something necessarily a machinist would do. However, machinists are very proficient doing layout work. And in your career, your future career, it is possible that you might do layout work, because the virtual machine and design program, has opportunities not only in machining, but also in design, and you just never know where you're going to end up. I really want to show you how to use the loft tool. You look at the drawing, you say, well, that looks fairly easy. I can do an extrusion. No, you can't do an extrusion with this draw. What we're going to do here, you have to use the loft feature and the shell feature to do it. And that's why I am going to take my time. It should only take about 40 minutes at the most or less to do this. And then it'll be a short lecture for today. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And I have Inventor open. All right. So we're going to go to New. And make sure you select English. Come over here to Standard IPT. And then the lower right-hand corner, select Create. All right, everybody's an expert so far with this part. We're going to start a 2D sketch. We're going to start another 2D sketch, and we're going to click on the XY plane. Now, here's where it's going to be a little different. We're going to draw a rectangle, rectangle 2-point center, and we're going to come to the origin here. It's going to turn green. We're going to click, and we're going to drag out our rectangle. Now we need to define some dimensions. Your geometry is going to be out of focus here once we put these dimensions in, but we will zoom out and you'll be able to see it. So we're going to type in 11 here, hit the tab button, and we're going to type in 9 here. We're going to enter. We're going to zoom out with the scroll wheel, do a right click, OK, and we're going to finish the sketch. Zoom back out again. I like to work in the isometric view when I'm doing these type of drawings, or when I'm modeling things like ductwork. Now, over here, this is new. You've never really done this before. Over here on your browser, expand the origin folder, expand it. And what I want you to do is hover until you find the plane that is parallel to your sketch. And that is the XY plane. So do a right click on that and turn on the visibility. All right. So I'm just going to wait there a second until everyone is caught up with me. I've been told I was going too fast, so I'll try to slow down some. So like I said, drawing the rectangle is easy. Turn on the plane might be new to you, but we have done it, right? All right. So I'm going to pan here a little bit, create some room. Now what I want you to do is go up here where it says plane, click on plane, and then click on plane again, and click on this plane. Hold down your left mouse button and drag it back, and you will see it's a negative number. You must leave it as a negative value. And we're going to type in -6.5 and select the green check mark. All right, so now you don't need to do this, but I'm just going to show you. You have two planes that are parallel to one another, right? So it's easier to see an isometric view. So your work should look like this now. Now we want to sketch on this plane right here. So go to Start 2D Sketch, start 2D sketch, and we're going to click on this plane right here. And you can just put it right back in the isometric view again. All right, now what I want to do is I want to use my project geometry menu item here, select project geometry, and then select project geometry again, and come over here, and I just want you to project two lines, this one and this one, and you will see those lines appear on your parallel plane. Now what I want to do is I want to draw another rectangle, but this time it's a 2-point rectangle. And what I want you to do is just come in here, roughly about right there, click, and drag a rectangle like this. Now we need to give some dimensions to this, and we're going to make this, the length dimension will be 7, and then tab, and make this 6. Enter. Do a right click, okay. All right. Now, we need to move this rectangle here in just a second. But before I do that, I want to offset both of these by 1 inch. So go to offset, click on this line here, and drag it in, and then type in 1 inch. All right, now do a right click, okay. What that did, you can see, right? You can see this is the offset right here. This is our rectangle from before. The black line is our rectangle from before. Okay. Actually, it's not a black line. I'm sorry. Actually got that wrong. The black line is the offset of the yellow lines. One more time. The black lines is the offset of the yellow line. The purple color is our rectangle. We need to go to select move, and I want you to select this purple line, this purple line, this purple line, this purple line. Then come over here and select this arrow, and then come back, and we're going to click on that intersection, and we're going to move that rectangle right to that line, the intersection that we offset. Click right there. All right, say done. Now we want to right click on this line, and we want to delete that one. We want to right click on this line and delete it. We want to right click on this and delete it. And we got one more, right click on this line and delete it. Now, if you get back into the front view, you will see this. Okay, it looks like that, which is good. All right. Now we have a 9 by 11 rectangle here, and we have a 6 by 7. It is not centered. It's not meant to be centered. Okay. This is why it's not so easy to do this, you know, using the extrude function. All right, we're going to finish our sketch here. And we're going to go to loft, L-O-F-T, loft. And we're going to click on this rectangle. And we're going to click on this rectangle. And we're going to select OK. All right, now, as you can see, this will not be very easy to do using extrude. Okay, you can do it, but it'll be a lot of hard work. All right, now, what we need to do here is I want to cut off or turn off these planes. They're kind of in the way now. So go over here and do a right click and turn off the visibility by selecting visibility. And then come down to the work plane, do a right click and turn off the visibility there. Now you have, we're making the shell 50 thousandths. Yeah, but wait till you can go ahead, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Now I want to introduce to you a new feature. Some of y'all may have had experience, it sounds like, with shell. Select shell and the thickness we want to use, and I should have put that on the drawing I gave you. We're going to make it 50 thousandths. Okay, and I'll show you where that comes from here in a little bit. That's the gauge thickness. With sheet metal, they call it gauge thickness. We're going to use 50 thousandths. You see where it says remove faces? If I remove this face, that's all fine, but it doesn't remove the other face. So you have to manipulate your view cube up here and come around and click on that face and select OK. Now, this is our piece of transition. This ductwork layout. This is a transition for a piece of ductwork. I want to go ahead and give it a file. We're going to save as, and I already have one called Ductwork Layout. So I'm going to call it Ductwork. You can call it Ductwork Layout. I'm going to call it Ductwork Layout 2 because I've already practiced with it once. And we're going to save. Now, up here on the browser, we want to right click on that and come down to iProperties. And we want to go to physical. And we want to select aluminum. Okay, maybe we'll choose aluminum 6061. Apply. Close. All right, so there's also steel duct. We could use steel, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and maximize your picture. In other words, don't take a PNG of that. Maximize your picture. So you want to zoom in, fill up the screen, file, export as a PNG, go to image, and we're going to arrow down and select PNG and save. Again, I probably should have created my own project, but I'm going to have like 19 million projects out there, and that gets confusing after a while too. All right, now for the model, we're basically done for the most part. We need to go and lay out our drawing. So we're going to go to File, New, English, come down here to ANSI, IDW, Inventor Drawing File, Create. We're going to change the sheet size. I don't want a size D. Right click. We're going to edit the sheet. We're going to make it a size A. And we're going to make it portrait. And we're going to select OK. All right. Congratulations. You've got to this point. You go to base. Now, to me, that's a nice front view. And that's also a nice scale. So I'm going to select OK here. And I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and drag this over a little bit, about right there. The beauty of Inventor is you can always shift things around. Go to the projected icon here. Hover till you see the red rectangle up here. Click, drag up. Left click, right click, create. All right, now that pretty much tells the story for the most part, but I am going to include isometric, so I'm going to select projected. Window around this one, click, and you're going to move your mouse up into the 1 o'clock position. Left click, right click, create. All right, now, so we have our views here. Only views I'm going to include on this. We'll go ahead. We're going to actually shade all of these. Edit the view. Shaded. Okay. Come down here. Right click. Edit the view. Shaded. Okay. And now they're all shaded. You can still see the hidden lines though. Okay. You can still see the hidden ones. All right, now what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you something new today with dimensions, because so far in this class, since we've been working with machine components, we've just been working with decimal dimensions, right? Today, we're going to use architectural type of dimensions for this. So let's go to annotate right here. Annotate. And we are going to go to dimension. But when you click on dimension, come over here to your far. It's really weird that they have it so far away over here. But select dimension, come over here and arrow down and select architectural. So this is new. And we're going to zoom in here. I want you to dimension it from, in this case, I want you to dimension it from the hidden line to hidden line. I know that's odd, but that's the outer dimension on the other side. I mean, we could put up the top view, but we're going to just leave it like this. Click, say okay. See, this is see the inch marks. You never see that before, right? All right, so go to dimension. You got to make sure again that you're architectural. You're going to click on this hidden line and this hidden line, and I'm going to place it right there. Select okay. I'm going to zoom out. Now it gets a little easier for us, but you have to make sure every time that you're architectural. And since Mr. Morris is a mechanical engineer and not electrical, you know, or excuse me, architectural, I don't use these type of dimensions too often. Okay. Now we need to also show the offset. These are not centered. They're offset. The rectangle in the back is offset from the rectangle in the front. So we're going to dimension from here. Sorry, I don't want to do that. Just hit the back arrow or hit escape. Dimension, we wanted architectural, and I want to do here to here. I'm going to bring this out like that. All right, and then we're going to do another one of these. Again, make sure you include architectural. I'm going to move this. I don't like it being like that. That's not a good policy to do that, where the dimension was right, where this number was right on the dimension line. That's not good. All right, if you look at our front view now, I think we have all of our defined dimensions here. For the top view, we just have one dimension, which makes it easy for us. But if you want to, we can add some extra dimensions here. And we will. That's now, if you want to keep this dimension lined up with the one below it, you have to move your cursor down until you touch off on that dimension and go back up. Click. Say okay. That lines, it makes it a much nicer, neater drawing. All right, I'm going to put some angle dimensions in here just for reference. So I'm going to click on dimension, and this time I'll click here, here. And we'll do this. Or you could just as easily come down here and did it here. You can do this, you come off of it. How about if we do that? I don't usually like to put the dimensions on the part, but in this case I will. You can come over here. Okay, I'm just moving things around. You know how to move things around. Now we need to put some view labels here. You don't, these are not required actually in industry, but I require them in this class. Because I think it helps you to keep focused on what is the top view, what's the front view, and so forth. All right, I'm gonna hover, do a right click, copy, come down, do a right click, paste. Of course, I know that's gonna say top view. Hit my escape key a couple times, double click on that one, and let's edit that. Front view, set okay. Double click on this. We'll just call this ISO view. Hey. All right, now let's go do our title block. Come up here to your browser, highlight the file name, do a right click, properties, and the summary here. The title of this is ductwork. I can spell. My fingers are just too big. CAD 140. The author is you. The manager is me. Company is Virginia Peninsula Community College. Hopefully everything is no typos there. And comments, just for your own comments, you can say learn how to create ductwork using the loft and shell functions. We also learn how to use architectural dimensions. All right. Go to project. Come down here where it says designer. That's your name. Engineer is your name. Authority is my name. And go to status. Checked by you. Click on the date. Engineer approved by you. Check on the date. Manufacturer approved by Mr. Morris. Check on the date. Apply. Close. File. Save.
You said manufacturer approved by you?
Manufacturer approval by me.
Yeah.
Say, if you get this, just say yes to all and okay. All right. Now we need, we haven't done this in a while, but you don't need to send a print. I'm going to review. We've been doing PDF so much. We are going to create let's go ahead and create the PDF first. File, export as a PDF, and this is really all you have to do, right? That makes it nice and easy. And save. But if I wanted you to print this out, you know, we haven't done that in a while. I don't have any paper, so don't go through the whole process, but I don't have any paper in the printer. Go to File. And we want to print and current sheet. Come out here and do a best fit and then do a preview. This is what I want to remind you of. See these large margins you have here, and then you have, we don't like that. So we want to close this and go back in, File, Print. Make sure you select current sheet, best fit. Now rotate by 90 degrees and do a preview, okay? Now see how much nicer that looks. All right, I'm not gonna hit the print button, but if you did, it'd be here. So all you need to turn in is the PNG and the PDF. Now, this completes this lecture, but I have some more things to say to the face-to-face students here. So I'm going to stop my share and say, see you next time. All right, here we go. Stop recording. Yeah.